Hello and welcome back to the Musa Cricket Stadium here in Houston, Texas. We're here for the second game of the day. We're going to see the Aussies in action for the very first time in APL Season 2. They'll be taking on the Windees, who are playing their third match of the tournament. 1 win, 1 loss to their name. And what can the team in green and gold bring to the party today? Well, looking forward to seeing the Aussies in action. And I believe we have the toss with the wonderful Roshni and the two captains.
It's the second match of the day here at Musa Stadium. The sun is starting to peek through. It's the Premium Aussies versus the Premium Windees. With me I have the Premium Aussies captain Ben Cutting, as well as the Premium Windees captain Aaron Jones, and our match referee Danny Khan. Ben, you've got the coin. Heads is the call.
Tails is the winner.
Tails is the winner. Ben, you've won the toss. What have you chosen to do and why?
We're going to have a bat first. It looks like a pretty good wicket to bat on early, and I think it's only going to get lower and slower as the day goes on. So we'll have a bat first, thanks.
And what do you think might be a good total so far?
Look, it's been pretty low scoring, to be fair, the first 3 or 4 games. I think obviously they chased 99 or 104 it was in not many overs this morning, but I think this afternoon's game is going to be a very different wicket. So we'll be looking to target 140, 150 and bowl well.
First game for you guys here at the APL. I know you guys have been here for a few days, so how's the preparations going?
It's been really good. You know, boys are coming from all corners of the US and the earth, to be fair, to come together the last couple of days. We had 2 good training sessions, which a lot of the other teams haven't had the luxury of, so I think that's going to hold us in good stead.
And finally, you know, first time for you playing in America. How does it feel?
I'm really excited. We've got 5 games in 5 days, so we're straight into the mix, and it should be good.
Well, all the best.
Thank you.
Aaron, what would you have done if you had won the toss?
I wanted to bat first as well, to be honest. I think similar to Ben, I think putting the total on the board is very important, especially on this wicket. So yeah, I would have batted first as well.
So far in the tournament, you've had a win, had a loss. So what was the discussion with the team last night?
I think yesterday's game, we didn't really get the combination well, to be honest. We lose the plot a little bit, but today we'll definitely come back hard for sure.
And any changes to the squad?
Yes, Javon Sears is out for Kevin Stout, and Kwame is in for Jonathan Fu.
Okay, well, all the best.
Thank you so much.
Well, from the toss, the Premium Aussies have won the toss and they've elected to bat.
Well, there we have it, the news that the Aussies have won the toss and they're going to have a bat first. And these are the 2 men who will be overseeing proceedings today, keeping everyone in check. Nice little fist pump on the way out, bit of umpire camaraderie. And a thumbs up as they go. Always a photo opportunity. So we're going to see the Aussies in action for the first time in this tournament. And the Windees, well, they've had 2 completely contrasting games so far, winning the first one. And then yesterday, they managed to restrict the Indians to just 104, and then they laboured in response and couldn't chase it down. So 1 win and 1 loss to their names, and the Aussies were seeing them for the very first time. And you might need your sunglasses on if you're looking at that kit. And they're getting the eyes from the Windees. The side eye as they stroll past them. So second game of the day here today. Well, the Indians got it done pretty quickly this morning, taking down the Afghans. Easy as you like. Player of the match was Ravi Bopara. 2 wickets to him and a half century. They made pretty light work of the Afghan team in their first game of the tournament. So the Indians make it 2 from 2. Well, good morning to everyone tuning in anywhere that it's morning around the world. I'm completely lost on my times of day. Perhaps it's evening wherever you are, but hello to whoever's tuning in around the world. You've got us with you this morning. It's me, Georgie Heath, and alongside me,
It's me, Wally.
and then later on at some point, Kieran Powell might come join us in. You know, he's been playing cricket this morning. We'll let him off for a bit. He needs some lunch. And so today we've got the Aussies, the Windees, and the 2 of us overseeing proceedings for now. So winning the toss and choosing to bat, is that what you think you would have done?
Yeah, I would have done this because it's a little bit slow pitch, so you will have an idea that what to put on the pitch and what to aim for. So it's been a good call by Ben Cutting.
Get it going. Let's get it going, boys.
Yeah, interesting to see what they're doing. The Aussies, obviously their first game, so they want to go out, post something big. And we're going to open with some spin.
Aussies are playing their first game. Here the bowler is ready to bowl the first ball of the innings. Spinner.
Raj Nanan opening proceedings, and the Aussies are up and running straight away.
They started with a single.
Well, we saw the Indians earlier. It was pace that did the business up the top. 3 quick wickets for Stephen Wigg. He was bowling lightning bolts. Nothing the Afghan opening pair could do about that early on. So he picked up 3 early wickets, and that sort of set the tone for the game. But here we've gone for spin early on. I mean, we know what the spinners have done. And he's bowled him! Straight away, second ball of the innings.
What a great ball that was. That ball straight went a little bit down, and Ben Cutting bowled out on the very first ball he faced. It's a great start by Windees.
Well, he might be wearing green and gold, but he's also got a golden duck to go alongside that one. A first ball duck for Ben Cutting, the captain of this premium Aussies side. And there's an absolute nightmare start for the Aussies, but the dream start for the Windees. That's the second time today we've seen a wicket off the second ball, and he just done him up all ends there. And Ben Cutting has to go.
It's a great start by Windees and Raj. He bowled very well. They have very aggressive field for him, attacking field, and the ball kept low, and Ben Cutting is out. So after 2 balls, 1 runs and 1 wicket down. We got to see in the last game that it was a very one-sided game between Afghans and Indians.
Are absolutely dominating Raj Nanan. He can do no wrong. He has 2 and 2. He has the captain, and he has another 2 golden ducks. Well, what a start.
2 back-to-back wickets. Well, bowling by Raj. This is a dream start for Team Windees. They have started with 2 wickets. What a great bowling. First ball, single, wicket, 2 back-to-back wickets. It was not expected, but Raj got his man. 2 back-to-back wicket. He will be on a hat-trick, and Windees are pumped up, and they're all over the game from the beginning and from the first over. What a great start from Team Windees.
Yeah, Aussies won the toss and chose to bat. Well, they wouldn't have been expecting to find themselves 2 wickets down after just 3 deliveries. And the sunglasses game is strong, the wicket game is strong, and Raj Nanan, he is on a hat-trick.
He's been bowling very economically in this tournament since the first game. We have a new man on the strike. He will be facing the first ball. Hat-trick ball, very attacking field for him, leg slip,
slip and a leg slip are in for Nanan. And he's darted it in and he's managed to keep it out. So no hat-trick for Raj Nanan. Wide ball down the leg side.
Still the hat-trick on. It's a wide ball, which means he still has a chance to do a hat-trick.
Nicely defended. Well, what a start this has been. All the action.
It's a great start by Team Windees. Who would have thought that they will get 2 wickets or more in the first over. Here he comes, appeal. He's appealing for the 3rd wicket. Wickets down. Wicket, wicket, dot, and wicket. What a great start by Rajnan. That's been a dream start for for Windees.
Well, this is a script you could not write. Raj Nanan, one of the coolest, chillest players out there. I saw him before the game, looked pretty relaxed while he's gone out there and he's caused absolute havoc, chaos. And it's a catastrophic start for the Aussies. They are 3 wickets down inside the first over and just 2 runs on the board. 2 for 3. Well, if you're in Australia, you'd say that was 3 for 2, and it's very confusing that they do everything upside down. But 2 for 3 after 0.4.
What a great start by Rajnan. 3 wickets in the first over. We still have 2 more deliveries to go. Let's see what he can do and the remaining 2 deliveries of his very first over. Very attacking fielding, slip, leg slip. I don't see any fielders out on the boundaries. Everyone is in the circle, which shows that how attacking they are on Aussies.
Well, you could not write this. Raj Nanan, 2 wickets still to two wickets. Well, very well could be 2 wickets at this rate. 2 deliveries still to come, and he is absolutely flying.
He's ready for his 5th ball. Let's see his magic.
And that's just missed the edge. Well, the Windees, they're all up and about, hands on heads. They cannot believe what they are seeing here. What a start this has been from the spinner.
After the first over, 2 runs with the loss of 3 wickets. It's a dream start for Team Windees. They're all over in the game. It's a dream start for them. What a welcome Windees have for Aussies. They're playing their first game. That's been a great start by Team Windees.
Yeah, still 1 to come, I would have thought. There was a wide in there, so just a bit of confusion.
There was 1 ball straight hit it to the bowler after the wide.
Well, this is how things stand after 1 over. 3 wickets down, just the 2 runs on the board. And it will be spin from this end as well.
Windees are trying to attack on Aussies. They are not giving them any opportunity.
Yeah, Gajan Singh. And that's well fielded. Picks out the fielder. He shakes his hand on the finger. Always smart, especially when it's a little bit chilly out there. Always hurts even more. To the left-hander who goes back in his crease. This is tidy proceedings.
Very good fielding set for the lefty. Not giving them any room. Ooh.
And they call that all swing, no ding. Just struggling to read any of this at the moment, these Aussie batters. They need to try and find something, just try and rebuild. We saw it with the Afghans earlier.
They need to rebuild their partnership as much as they can. They definitely need to build some partnership. And as far as we have seen that the first game was also very one-sided, and now again here we see the first innings. Now it's 1.4 overs and 3 wickets down only for 2 runs.
Yeah, not too shabby a start from the Windies, this one. And it's just the comeback they needed after that loss yesterday.
Dot, what a quick over. Maiden over. After 2 overs, 2 runs with the loss of 3 wickets. What a great over. And now from the other side we will see again Raj. He will continue with his magic spell.
Well, that is not the batting card you want to see if you're an Aussie fan. 0-1, 0-0-0. So, a difficult start for them. Welcome to the American Premier League Season 2. Premium Aussies, it's not going to be an easy ride. There's some big game players out there. Some real fighters, some real talent. And Raj Nanan is just one of them.
Raj Nanan is totally set to bowl his second over of his spell and third over for the innings. There is 2 slips.
Go back. Go back. Pitch there. Go back. Remember that pitch there? You and there. Yeah.
I really like this attacking field, bringing in the 2 slips, put the pressure on, keep the pressure on.
Oh yes, Raja. Oh yes,
Great
Raja.
delivery. Straight played it towards the bowler and the bowler fielded. No runs added to the scorecard. It's been a great start from Team Windees. It's a good weather out there. They're taking fully advantage of that good weather.
Oh.
Again, really tight from Nanan.
Tara. Don't drift on me. Don't drift. Sorry. Yeah.
2 slips
All
to
right,
the left
all right.
hander and just
Huh?
changing the angle.
No. Sit back. No. Sit right there. Don't move.
Now coming around the
Oh,
wicket,
yeah.
left arm to left hand.
Three dot balls in a row.
He's found an edge and it's gone straight to slip. And Raj Nanan, well, he's bowling absolute dynamite today. He has his 4th. The Aussies, they find themselves 4 down inside 3 overs. And they can do absolutely nothing against the pace, the guile, the spin, everything that Raj Nanan is offering. Everything he touches turns to gold.
Wow, what a great he has been having. 4 wickets and just 1.4 overs. It's been a dream spell for him. Just 4 wickets in his 10 deliveries. He still have more to come. And Aussies are in a deep trouble.
Yeah, we call it a deep hole. I think it's more of a ravine, a canyon, as you like. And that's that attacking field. It's gone straight into the bucket hands of first slip. And that is a man on a mission.
It was also a great catch and the slip. It was very sharp, but the fielder did not make any mistake and he caught it very well. Now 4 down, only 2 runs after 2.4 balls. What a great spell, what a great start by Windees.
Stuff you could only dream of as a Windees player and a Windees fan. They won the first game, lost their second. Well, this is quite the comeback. Raj Nanan, he's ready to go again. Ready and raring. 1 slip in for the right-hander.
Raj Anand, he's bowling very well. He's ready for his last ball of his second over.
Finally get a run, and they're going to settle for just the one. Well, Raj Anand, what a day he's having.
After 3 overs, 3 runs with the loss of 4 wickets, it's been a great start by Team Windees. And Aussies, they are in a deep trouble. They're not taking any advantage of this power play, as they have already lost their middle order and openers.
Yeah, that's pretty good stuff from the Windees.
We'll get to see the first fast bowling over.
And finally turning to some pace. Yeah, it'll be Mario Lebon who's handed the ball and bringing some pace to the attack. 4 wickets down, the Aussies. Yeah. Finding his line of length straight away. Well, what are you thinking if you're an Aussie batter at the moment? You just need to try and tot up some singles, take that pressure off, and you've got to rebuild something, because it's difficult to rebuild when you haven't got any foundation.
Yeah, I totally agree. They just need to build partnership at the moment, not to lose wickets anymore. They have already lost 4 wickets, 4 men better. So they definitely need to build up on partnership.
Just the one.
Just 1 runs. The batsman was trying to charge on him, but only got a run.
Well, this has just been absolutely chaotic, the start to this game. Nothing easy about a Thursday afternoon here at the Moosa Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's all go, go, go. And this build up towards Christmas, this is just the Christmas party the Windees would have hoped for.
Ooh, what a pace. He's bowling good. Straight, wicket to wickets, not giving any room to Aussies to take on him. Windees are definitely on top of the game so far. They're bowling good as well as they are fielding.
Lebon at the top of his mark. Just the 1 run so far, and it's a swing and a miss. Straight through to the captain Hamilton. It's difficult as a player not to get too overexcited at this point. They're so on top, the Windees, but they've still got to keep that concentration and not let these two start building something. Plenty of overs still in hand. Again, swing and a miss, done for pace.
Mario bowled 5 balls, only conceded a single run. Mario also joined the party. This is the 4th over and only 4 runs with a loss of 4 wickets. It's been a good start by Team Windees. And they definitely need to keep the same momentum, as they don't have to give any room to these 2 batters. You never know what's going to happen in cricket. It's a very unpredictable game. Here he comes, bowled out. Mari got a wicket, 5 down after 4 runs, 4 overs, 5 wickets down for only 4 runs.
Yeah, well, Mario Le Bon, welcome to the party. And he still bails flying in all directions. Rahman just looking to try and inject something into this, looking to go back over his head. Done for pace, done for power, and he is done for. Well, the Windees are absolutely flying here. 5 wickets down at the end of 4 overs. This Aussie side, well, welcome to American Premier League. They might want to go home again after this. Because this was absolutely phenomenal. Top of off. Lovely, lovely to see as a bowler. Just what you want. The captain gives him a nod behind the stumps. 4 overs. Well, he has to go. The Aussies 4 for 5.
Windees are getting to celebrate a lot of things today in the first 5 overs. And Rahman couldn't even judge the ball, and it went straight, hit the wicket. That's an excellent start by Team Windees. No boundaries conceded yet in the first 4 overs. This has been a dream start. What a power play. It's a wickets power play, I would say.
Yeah, we talk about the dream of taking 3 wickets in the power play. Well, talk about taking 5 and just conceding 4 runs. The Aussies, remember, they won the toss and they chose to bat.
And as we can see from the history of this Season 2 IPL, the team who bats second, they're mostly successful.
Okay,
Rajnan is back for his 3rd over. What are they planning to do? Do they have different plans for the games? Rajnan is here for the 3rd over. He got 4 wickets. He got a good foundation for Team Windees.
Yeah, well, no surprise at all that they have brought him back on to bowl. He's only bowled 2 so far, so he's still got 2 up his sleeve. And while you've got your foot on the throat, you might as well push down and squeeze. And that's exactly what the Windees are doing to these Aussie batters. Slip in, leg slip in, and he looks to swing and go over the top, and he can't read it. And this is just clinical from the Windees at the moment. This bowling, spin at one end now, pace at the other. The Aussies can't find their form, but they're never in for long enough to find their form. They've got to build something. The new batter yet to face a delivery. He's hanging out at the non-strikers. And Rajnanan, what a day he's having. 4 wickets for him so far, just the 3 runs conceded.
It's been a very attacking bowling from Team Windees. They are not giving any room, any opportunities to Team Aussie. Raj, as he is continuing his 3rd over, and his first 5 deliveries, he has not been conceded for a single run yet.
Well, that's almost a step down from what he's been doing so far. It's just been wickets in all directions, but he wouldn't be too unhappy to back it up with a maiden. And that's almost what he's managed to do. Just beats the diving fielder. He somewhat harbour bridges it. So 1 off the final delivery of the 5th over. Rajnanan, he's bowled 3. He's got 4 for 4. And at the end of 5, the Aussies are 5 for 5.
As we can see, all the Windees players, they are smiling and they're pumping. And we can see their positive energy. They're building up. They're not giving up, and we'll get to see a good game. The first game was between Afghan and Indian. It was.
Well, that's not a very happy looking dugout for the Aussies. Lots of hands on hips, arms folded, sat in chairs. They can't believe what's unfolding in front of them. And this will be the last over of the power play. Mario Le Bon to continue, just the 1 so far for him. 1 run, 1 wicket, 1 over. And he has found the edge, caught behind, and Mario Le Bon, he has his 2nd, and the Aussies, they lose their 6th wicket inside the power play. They are 5 for 6. You cannot believe the destruction that is happening here at Namusa Stadium in Houston. The Windees, they are absolutely destroying this Aussie batting lineup. You couldn't believe it if you were told what is happening here today. Mario Le Bon And he just looks to give himself room, easy as you like. Regulation cap for the captain behind the stumps. And the Aussies are 5 for 6.
What a great bowling, what a great start by Team Windees. As we have mentioned, this must be a wickets power play. 6 wickets down under the power play. It's still 5 more balls to go in the power play. And this has been a dream start for Team Windees. They are definitely on top of the game, and they have damaged middle order batters as well as the last. They have got like 6 wickets.
Well, I don't know what plans the Windees have got later that they're trying to rush to get to, but they're getting through this quickly. They are annihilating this Aussie batting lineup, and we're into the lower order already.
They are planning to celebrate their Christmas. They want to have some.
Well, Christmas seems to have come early for the Windees today, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Mario Lebon.
Right arm coming over.
Laban is on a hat-trick. He got a wicket on the last ball of his over, and now the first ball wicket of his second over. He's on a hat-trick. Asad will be facing a hat-trick ball. There is 2 slips out there. A very attacking field for Asad. He definitely be under pressure. He's facing his first ball. Oh, here he comes, and he played the ball straight to the bowler. No hat-trick done. We have seen 3 times 2 back-to-back wickets, but still no hat-trick yet.
Well, it was funny to see Lebon. He was just waiting at the top of his mark, and then someone had to come and tell him, by the way, mate, you're on a hat-trick. And he was like, oh, waving 3 fingers around. Clocked it then, but yeah, it was well kept out in the end by Assad, who then sort of wielded his bat like a sword once he'd managed to successfully defend. And that's nearly found the edge and gone through to the keeper. Done for pace. And 2 batters out there yet to get off the mark, but they're no stranger to not getting off the mark in this Aussie batting.
We gotta find out what Windees had for early morning.
I think whatever they've had for lunch has done the business.
They are rocking it. They're playing really good. 6 wicket down, and just under the power play. Still 3 more deliveries to go in the power play.
Shorter ball from Lebon, just kept down, and it's a rare run. Well, the Aussies move on to 6 for 6 inside the 6th. It's sort of unbelievable what we're witnessing here. Total domination by the Windees.
Tirtha has to face his first delivery.
And he's just kept that out. Well, Mario Lebon is bouncing as he heads on in. Strides back to his top of his mark. And what a day they're having. And you wonder what's being said there. What it'd give to be a fly on the helmet there.
Thank you.
I actually think the conversation might be, please just don't get out. That's all you got to say. Just stay in, please.
They still have a lot of overs to face. Definitely, that would be a suggestion.
Again, kept out. Well, just the 1 run and the wicket coming from Mario Lebon's over, and that's the end of the power play. Well, the Aussies 6 for 6 after 6.
6-6-6 after the power play is done. This would be one of the most memorable power play in the APL Season 2. Raj is here for his 4th over of his spell.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that he's just going to be bowled out straight. 4 wickets for him, just the 4 runs off his 3 overs. Well, Mario Lebon, he's joined the party too. And he's picking up 2. Don't forget about me, he says. Well, what can Raj Nanan do here? with his final over, rocking those sunnies.
It's surprising to see that the only 2 fielders are still out. Even though the power play is done, they still want to attack, and they don't want to give any room for the batters to go on them. They just want to give them a chance to go hard and lose their wicket.
That's well kept out. They'll take the runs any way they can at the moment, the Aussies.
What a great game we have.
Just redirecting traffic. Still got that slip in. Attacking field. Well, Raj Nanan, 4 for 4 for him. As it brightens up a little outside. But everything's bright for the Windies right now. He's quick through these overs as well. He sort of rushes through them. Doesn't give the batters a chance to settle between deliveries. And he's bowled him!
There is an LBW appeal, but the umpire was not interested. The bowler thought he had his wicket, but umpire did not take any interest in it.
My overexcitement there. I thought the way the Windies went up, looking down at the stumps, I thought he bowled him. It's just all going on. I wouldn't be surprised if he had, but Raj Nanan is causing all sorts of trouble. It's another dot to his name.
Oh, yes.
Well, they'll just be hoping to try and see him out now. They've only got to survive one more delivery.
This would be the last ball of his spell. A superb spell.
Well, he finishes his spell. Just the 2 runs coming from that over. And you can imagine there'll be some very relieved Windies players now thinking, at least we don't have to face him again today.
After 7 overs, 8 runs, 6 wicket down. Another fast bowler, a very economical bowler from yesterday. When he was playing against Indian team, he bowled very well. He's back in the attack.
Well, I was interested to see that conversation between the 2 batters out in the middle. It looked very, very strongly worded. There was a lot of fist pumping, but sort of hard fist pumping and pointing in the eyes. And, you know, we've got to get this done. We've got to try and get something on the board because we are in a lot of trouble right now.
What would be the Aussies batter thinking out there? Would they be trying to hit the ball, just sneaking runs, build some partnership?
Oh, well, at the moment, they'll just be trying to take anything they can and not getting out because they've got a lot of work to do. 8 for 6 inside 7 overs. I think Assad on 2 is actually the top scorer at the moment in this innings.
Kevin S is the new bowler.
Yeah, Kevin Stout on to bowl. Tirth Patel facing up. Just surveying the field while Jamal Hamilton gets his field in order. Pace from this end. And they'll just pick up the 1.
Assad entered, they need to build some partnership. The way they're batting, they should keep the same batting and face at least 6 more overs and sneak at least 4 runs in each over and then go hard on Team Windies as they don't have to face Raj anymore. The destruction for Team Windies.
He's in again, Stout, and that's flung away into the leg side. The fielder comes round and he'll cut it off. And it goes for a loopy underarm throw in, and if they'd been watching, there could have been a chance for an overthrow there. And the Aussies need to start trying to take runs wherever they can.
Aussies are not trying to risk it as of now. They want to play as slow as they can. They don't want to lose wicket at any cost, as they are in a deep trouble.
Wide ball.
Wide ball. Just stuck in the hand.
No boundaries conceded after 7.2 overs. It's been a superb start by Team Windees.
Shorter from Stout, and that's played into the cover region. Well fielded, diving fielding, and they're going to come back for the second.
2 runs added to the scoreboard. It's been turning out a good over for Aussies. They are definitely getting some runs in this over, 4 runs. And this over, still a few more balls to go. Asad has to play a key role in this innings.
Well, again, that fielder doing the work out at deep cover. There's a good arm in to restrict them. But this over just leaking runs. We say leaking runs in comparison to the others. Leaking runs, 7 from it.
There are still 2 more deliveries to go. Certainly a field change.
Well, that's a really good recovery from Kevin Stout. Interesting this here, the choice to not stick with Mario Lebon, who'd already picked up the 2 wickets, so he bowled his 2 overs, changed to Stout, and actually he's been expensive in the context of the match. 7 runs coming off his first over, and so after 8 overs, the Aussies 15 for 6.
This was a good over for Team Aussie. They got 7 runs out of it, almost a half of the runs. We will get to see Walsh Jr. now for the first time for this game.
Yeah, really like this decision from the Windies. Stick with the spin, and we know what he's done so far in this tournament. He picked up a 5 in the first game, 3 in their second match, even though they lost there, but they were pretty good in the field, restricting the Indians to 104. But today, top scorer so far, Simi Singh with 3. And that is not the kind of batting lineup you'd frame and put on your wall at home if you're an Aussies fan.
It would be a huge challenge for Team Aussies that how would they face. It would be a question, I would rather say, that how would they face Walsh Jr. for his 4 overs, for his whole spell. He did his magic yesterday for getting 5 wickets.
Yeah, picked up 3 against the Indians, 5 in their first game. And they're off and running against him. Just pick up the 1 sent back. Don't need to be taking those suicidal runs. 16 for 6. Well, still the slip in, so still gone for that attacking field, trying to find that edge. We've seen one already go to first slip. And Walsh Jr. just missing his line there, straying down the leg side. Breeze again blows here around the Musa Stadium on a brisk day compared to perhaps yesterday. And he thinks he might have his man there. He thought I had something on it. But he's back up at his mark, spins the ball to himself. And this is tight. They still want to start hunting those wickets again. These two in the middle are just doing everything they can to survive, and then they're going to have to accelerate. But they can't afford to just get bogged down. And that's nicely played. It'll just be one. They're going to come back for two. They're going to have to be quick. Gone to the right end. He thinks he's got his man. The umpire signals to the television. That's a great bit of work in the field. Could have been that suicidal second run. He set off at pace. But the fielder picked it up, knew which end he needed to go through, the danger end, threw it to the right end. There's high fives all around for the Windies. They think they've got their man.
It was a great throw by the fielder as well as the keeper. Correction, the bowler. He took it and took off the bells. We will have a look for this. Windies, they seems to be happy and excited. They thought that they have got their man, but we'll have a take a look.
Let's have a look here. Walsh Jr. taking the ball. And he does well. Well, 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 that is just not what the Aussies needed. And if you look at that, is it going to change from red to green? No, it's red, and he has got to go. That is 7 wickets down, pushing for that second. Great work in the outfield. Great work by Walsh Jr. to take it in front of the stumps. And he was well out of his ground.
He is not happy. There was not a second runs available, but they risked it and they lost their 7th wicket. Aussies in a big trouble now.
Yeah, well, we have a saying in England, would you risk it for a chocolate biscuit? And that was definitely not worth a chocolate biscuit, that run. So 7 down, the Aussies. 16 for 7, and we are well and truly into the lower order. Only 8.5 overs gone. Well, Walsh Jr. yesterday was making it happen, taking the wickets, and today is the assistance with the run out.
It's a great piece of fielding by Windees. They are getting support from all over. The bowler are getting support. It's been a great game for them.
Yeah, Sean Finley out there on the boundary with the arm and forcing that run out.
Windees are definitely in a hurry to go home and get this game done as quickly as they can.
Goes for the scoop straight up. There's an appeal. He's been struck on the pad. The umpire is unmoved. And the fielders take advantage and scamper through for 2 while the appeal's going on. That's good game awareness, and leg by signalled by the umpire. There he is again. He goes for that scoop, and he is struck on the pad.
The keeper and Walsh Jr., they were pretty sure that they got their man, but umpire said no.
Walsh in again. And they're running that first one hard, always looking to try and push for the 2. Turf there, he sets off at quite a sprint, but the 2 is never on there. And we saw what happened last time they tried it. And I don't think we need to see the same again if you're an Aussie fan. Well, look at that view. Look at that for a stadium here in Houston, Texas. American Premier League bringing cricket to America, to you all around the world, tuning in wherever you may be. This build up to Christmas. Well, the Windies have already opened their presents, and the Aussies, all they've got at the moment is a lump of coal.
Definitely this league is giving a lot of young youth to participate in this league and represent themselves and also show their young talents to the world. These leagues and these franchises help these youngsters to go on international level and represent their teams. That's a great shot. It's gonna go towards the boundary, but very good fielding by the fielder. He has to cover almost 50 meters of ground. He saved 2 runs for his team. Kevin has conceded for a lot of runs.
Yeah, interesting that they've stuck with him from this end. It's just flicked away. Will only be the one man of the day. Raj Nanan doing the fielding.
That's middle.
Well, if they want to get this done quickly, these Windies, they just got to keep the pressure on. Don't let them just plod along, picking up ones every so often. And the Aussies are going to have to think, we can't plod along anyway, because that's not going to get us to anything at all competitive. So it's difficult to weigh this one up. Just sending long off out onto the boundary. And a genuine leave.
That's a better line to bowl. The batsman asking for wide.
And the umpire isn't going to do what you tell him to do. It's nicely pushed away. Well played in the end. Well, they pushed the first one hard, and it sort of caused the misfield out there, putting that pressure on the fielder, but they're now wary of pushing through for a second, because we saw what happened just a few overs ago. And they can't afford to be throwing away wickets in that kind of manner, these Aussies. They haven't got them in hand for a start, and they haven't got the runs on the board. And they're just having to scamper through.
Krit is not trying to take any risk. He is just pushing the balls for singles. But they definitely need to build up something to bowl for it. It's only 22 runs after 9.4 overs.
I like to call us the Taylor Swift score. 22. So 22 for 7, and we're nearly up to 10 overs. Well, that will be 10 overs gone, 23 for 7, the score on the board. And these 10 overs have belonged to the Windies. They're all over the Aussies right now, and it all started taking that wicket in just the second delivery. Well, it's gone absolutely bang, bang, bang with the ball from there. 23 for 7 after 10. We're going to have drinks, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Let's go. Yes, so I could set the map for that only. So here, I don't got no point in the field up here.
All right, guys, see what comes, please. See what comes, please.
Yeah, take over the slip. Yeah, no. You go, Kwame. You go, Finley. You go mid wicket. Y'all fed.
They're right there, push it down. Yes,
Yeah, yo, you over there still. Yeah, get some. No, go, you go back there, Kyle. Yeah, just go back there.
Well, drinks taken, and that first 10 overs definitely belonging to the Windees. Unsurprising that Hayden Walsh Jr. is going to continue here. They're looking to try and wrap this up, the Windees.
A lot of discussion happened while the drink breaks. Ben Cutting was out there, Aussies team management was out there. They had a long discussion. How to build up a partnership. They definitely need to manage to score at least 100 runs for their bowlers to bowl for something.
Yeah, well, that looks quite a long way off. I like your optimism. They're just sort of frustrating these Windees bowlers now, these two batters out in the middle.
They're just trying to push the ball for singles. They're not trying to go hard. Unless they make a mistake and lose their wicket. Here he balls. They run out opportunity. But the bowler, there would be another run out. There was a overthrow and the fielder missed it, threw it on the wrong side, but still was able to manage a run out. 2 back-to-back run out in this innings. There was a single available, but there was a certain confusion between both of the batters, and he is not happy. He lost his wicket. 2 back-to-back run-outs.
Yeah, well, the two batters found themselves at the same end. The throw came in, was just worked away into the leg side, set off, sent him back, and then in the end, the two of them just having a mother's meeting. And easy as you like for Hayden Walsh Jr. Complete lack of communication. And you saw there, we've had it with Turth. He's been setting off for those speedy singles. He set off, stopped, and by this point, there was absolutely no chance for his partner in crime, who was actually standing next to him by the time he sent him back. He'd been backing up so far down the pitch. Well, in the end, he just carried on walking, and he's back in the hutch. That's 8 down for the Aussies. Well,
when you are under pressure, this is what happens with you. You have to go and you are not sure what you are doing. There was no communication between both of the batters, and this is how 2 wickets down, and both of them got the last 2 wickets got run out. But we get to see
yeah, looking to try and inject something into this, but that outfield is slow. Field is picking it up easily. And Turth, I mean, he's got a smile on his face. He has just sold his partner down the river, but he's now going to have to do something because he's the key man in this innings now, if they're to try and even reach 50. looking to cut that, been done for pace by Walsh Jr. Rehearsing that cut shot. The Star-Spangled Banner fluttering in the distance. Again, goes for the same shot, same result, nothing coming from it. Well, Walsh Jr. closes out the over. The wicket that came in that, the run out, but they'll take wickets, and they seem to be coming whichever way they fancy at the moment, the Windies. And these Aussies, well, I don't know what that conversation's going to be like. It's definitely not going to be, we're on top. I can tell you that for nothing.
Definitely, Trith must be trying to keep the strike as much as he can, and he has been having a long discussion with his partner, maybe saying, please don't get out.
That's the usual discussion I have with my partners as well. Just don't get out.
Don't get out.
Well, it looks like
At center.
we're having a change in bowling here. Terence Hines coming on to bowl, sending his men back to long on, long off. And that's a deep mid wicket being sent out, bringing in cover off the boundary. Well, what can he do here, Terence Hines? The pressure is on the Aussies and has been from ball 2 of this match.
He just need to finish up the game. There was slightly, the bowlers are
well, Terence Hines, you think at this point just go for the you miss, I hit, full and straight on the stumps. Don't try and do anything too magic, and it's difficult as a tail ender. Just have to try and keep it out. And it's attempted diving stop. And you think Turth at the moment is the man to get out. He's the one who's been in there longest, which in the scheme of things doesn't have to be very long because batters have come and gone pretty quickly.
Trith must go hard before he loses his wicket or gets run out.
Batting in those black gloves. Well, he thinks he's got his man here, Hamilton, but it's the only one appealing and wide signalled by the umpire. That's another run to the total. One more run than fair few of the Aussie batters manage themselves.
Oh, it was, no, it's not.
Again, just drop and run. That's what Turth is trying every time. They seem to be just sort of losing impetus here, the Windies. They're not too fussed about getting on with it quickly. You'd think at this point they just want to squeeze and clean up this tail. Nice looking shot. Fielder coming round from deep mid wicket. So it'll only be one. Nice sound off the bat. Terence Hines looking for his first wicket of the day. That's well kept out again. Well, this was not what we expected ahead of this game. We didn't expect the Aussies to find themselves in this kind of strife. Yes, first game of the tournament. But this has been something they don't need to write home about. Let's just miss the edge.
It's a good over from Hayden. Only 1 run conceded in this over. Windees are definitely on top of the game. They're not giving any chance to the batsmen to go hard, and neither the batsmen are trying to take any risk on the bowlers. Georgie, who do you think so would they be trying to target?
I think at this point they're going to take any wickets any way they can. It doesn't really matter for the Windees. They'll just pick them up and take them on. But I think the key one out in the middle is Turf, because he's been out there longest and he's looking the busiest. And Hayden Walsh Jr. is looking the smiliest, as always.
Walsh Jr. is ready for his 3rd over. Well ball, straight to the fielders, no runs aided. Definitely Windees have a very attacking field. There is only 2 fielders out there on the boundary. They are not giving any room to the batter. There is still no boundaries conceded in this innings yet. Here's a good shot, and Raj is trying to get under the ball. Oh, it's a great catch. What a catch by Raj, diving on his right hand, and he has a great catch. That was a great catch. I don't have words to describe this catch. What a catch this was.
I mean, great bit of work there by Raj Nanan. Everything he does today turns to gold. He had to run, turn, looking over his shoulder. Always so difficult out there running backwards, trying to turn yourself, but he's done so well to take that. And that is a phenomenal grab. That is one for the books, for the highlights reel. And Raj Nanan, well, he's done it with the ball in hand, and he's now done it in the field as well. And Walsh Jr. has his first, just chipped up in the air. Turf, he was the man that needed to try and make something happen. Look at this, over his shoulder, arms fully outstretched. He hits the floor, he lands with, keeps it in one hand and lands on the other arm first, and then it stops the impact being on the elbow that has the ball in the hand. That's really good work out in the field. Well, the Windees, they're nearly wrapped up this Aussie batting lineup, and Turf looks a little disappointed with himself.
That was amazing piece of fielding from Windees. They are definitely backing up their bowlers. They are not giving any opportunities to Aussies to be in the games. They're all over in the games. Team Windees, they are playing with their 100% efforts. They are full of energy. They have different plans for the day today. This is the last wicket. What a great catch by Raj.
Yeah, 35 for 9, the Aussies. 31 for 9, the Aussies find themselves. I'd given them 4 extra runs there. They would have much preferred them. So 31 for 9, 12.2 overs gone. Hayden Walsh, he has his first of the day. And I think he can give some high fives to his teammate, Raj Nanan. But what a day that man is having. Nanan in the snazzy sunglasses. Can't keep him out of the game. Well, hands on head from Hamilton. He thought that was going to hit the stumps. And this really has been absolute total domination by the Windees.
It's been a great game so far. We are witnessing Team Windees 9 wickets down for just 32 runs. They're definitely on top. Well, as we can see that they have very attacking field, and now Team Aussies can just expect to hit a few shots and at least make a 50 runs, a target of 50 or more.
It's a long way in the distance still at the moment of 50.
It's a sweep shot. The bowler is appealing, but umpire is not interested. The keeper and the bowler thought that they have gotten their wicket, but umpire was not interested. bowler again to the pavilion mark.
Yeah, I like the way the umpire sort of turned his nose up it. He didn't just say no, he sort of snarled and went, "You're not having that." Slip in again.
Another appeal. This ball was kind of lower and the batsman misses it, hit the pad, but it was missing the wicket. It's been a great over by Walsh Jr. So far, Kevin is their bowler who was considered for some runs. It's a great cut shot. Just one more runs. 33 with the loss of 9 wickets. Aussies in a big trouble.
Yeah, 13 overs gone, 33 on the board. The Windies, they just need that final wicket to get this tail wrapped up.
Hayden is ready for his second over of his spell. Would he finish it up in this over? That's a question.
Well, he waits at the top of his mark. Relaxed yet to get off the mark. Not from one for him so far.
Dead ball.
And Walsh just sent back. Just surveying the scene. And he turns back and he goes again.
It was a good Yorker length ball. The batsman just defended straight to the fielder.
Well, I'm running out of words to describe this performance from the Windies today, but they'll just be hoping to try and get this over with now. Being frustrated by this last wicket. All you've got to do is bowl on the stumps. You're bowling at the tail here. Don't need to try anything too innovative to make the magic happen. Hayden Walsh in again. Well, gone for the scoop shot, and you know what? The innovation has made the difference for the Aussies, and they finally found the boundary.
This is the first boundary of the innings with the bat of Sanchit. First boundary of the over. What a great start. It was a good shot, but I don't know how much difference will this shot make.
Well, they've got to try and make something happen. They can't just prod and poke around because they're going to get out somehow soon. And that's a good recovery and it's well kept out. Good pace on from Hayden Walsh. They've got to take on the bowling because they're 9 wickets down and they've got to look to the boundary because doing it in ones, they're not going to get anywhere and they're going to lose this final wicket somewhere. So remember, the Aussies, they won the toss and they elected to bat. And they find themselves 37 for 9 inside 14 overs. Been destruction by the Windies bowlers.
Here he comes. Another ball, just push it for a single. 1 more runs added to the total. It's now 38. It's been Hayden is bowling straight to the mark. It's Windies are definitely on top of the game.
Yeah, one to come still in this Terence Hines over. The first boundary of the innings coming in this over. Innovative 4. He's facing up. You've got a left-hand, right-hand combination out in the middle. And still 50 looking quite far away for these Aussies. Well, that closes out the 14th over with a dot. 38 for 9, the score on the board. The first boundary of the innings coming in that over. Terence Hines, his 2 overs gone for 8. 38 for 9 after 14.
Walsh Jr. will be continuing from the other side for his last over of his spell. He's been very economical in this whole season. He has to bowl his last over of his spell and the 15th over for the innings. And that's a great start.
Well, look at that for a bowling card. Raj Nanan, he kicked it off, and he kicked it off in style, picking up 4 wickets. And then Mario Le Bon said, you know what, spinners, we pacers are going to join the party too. And it's 2 for him. Aidan Walsh, he's got his 1, but there's been 2 run-outs as well. So the fielder's joining in. And he's bowled him. Well, that is that. The end of the Aussies. They are all bowled out for 38. Hayden Walsh Jr. has his 2nd. You miss, I hit, and hit he does. And the Windees, what a performance this has been from them with the ball in the field, the Aussies. Well, they don't just have to go back to the drawing board. They've got to throw away the drawing board, buy a new one completely, a new pen, wipe it all clean. And they've got a lot of thinking to do. They are all bowled out for 38 in just over 14 overs. What a performance this has been from the Windees.
This would be the lowest score of this season so far, 38 all out after 14.1 over. It's been great bowling by Team Windees. The way they started, it seemed like that they had some kind of different plans, and they prove it, and the coaches and managing team is out there and applauding for them and appreciating their efforts. They definitely deserve it. Then they just need to chase 39 runs of their 20 overs. It's not a huge total, and they can definitely finish it in a hurry.
Yeah, what a day it has been for the Windees side. Coming back from that loss yesterday, just 1 player making it to double figures. Tirth Patel, he made 10. Well, that was pretty much all to write home for the Aussies. All out for 38, and that's all they wrote, folks. Well, Raj Nanan picking up the 4, 2 each for Le Bon and Hayden Walsh. I mean, what a tournament he's having so far. 10 wickets in the tournament so far for him, and a couple of run-outs to add. Well, that is the story. The Premium Windees need just 39 from their 20 overs to clock their 2nd win of the tournament. The defending champions. Well, we're going to have a quick break in innings here, and we'll be back with you in just a minute for the chase. Welcome back to the Moser Stadium here in Houston, Texas, USA. Well, I don't know where you've been if you missed that first innings, but blink and you miss it, because the Windees just tore through the Aussie batting lineup and they need just 36 to win this game. The Aussies' first game of this tournament has not gone to plan. And those two umpires heading out to the middle. You can see the Aussie team led there by Ben Cutting. Well, it was a Goldie for him today, but he wasn't alone in that. It was an annihilation by the Windees bowlers, taking down the Aussie batters. Wickets coming in all forms, bowled, 2 run-outs, confusion in the middle, and now the question really is just how quickly can the Windees chase this down?
Well, it would be interesting to see if the Windees do chase this down, because I'm sure the Aussies will want to take something away from this game, and they're not just going to go out there and lay dead. So they'll try and put up a fight, even though 38 isn't much of a fight to put up.
Yeah, difficult day for the Aussies so far. But as you say, it's not over until both teams have batted. And 36 is not a lot to have on the scorecard.
Well, you only know how good a score you've got after 2 teams have batted, and whilst I don't think that the Windees will manage to mess this up even if they tried, cricket is a game of glorious uncertainties.
Sean Finley looks like he's going to be facing up first. We saw him in that first game with the half century, and he's getting rid of his helmet, which means that the premium Aussies are opening up with spin. Yeah, I like this from the Aussies. We saw just what happened at the top of their innings with Raj Nanan ripping through the openers. And so they're following in their footsteps, taking the same route. And the left-handed Sean Finley to face up. Well, they've still got to make the runs. It's not a given that they would chase this down. You'd very much have it in the Windees' favour, but we also saw them against the Indians. They just never really got going. They were chasing down 104 there, so slightly different, but never really injected any impetus into that batting.
Well, there we go. Had the first ball, and interesting start there. Finley going across the line there, ball keeping low, so definitely something in it here for Assad. He just got to bowl wicket to wicket and give himself and his team every chance of getting a wicket. Loud appeal goes up. Umpire's not interested, but there's a lot happening here. These first 2 balls, something in it for the bowlers, and as I've said, once they give themselves a chance, that's all they can do here with the total that they've set.
Yeah, great start this from Assad. He's finding something out this pitch. Finley all done up there, and that we're almost on for another wicket with the second ball of an innings, which we've already seen twice today. And this is a great start from Assad, just what he needed.
Well, Assad's making an adjustment to his field. He's taking out the man from cover point and putting him to a short square leg, which would suggest that he is going to try and bowl a bit straighter, wicket to wicket, attack those stumps.
Well, they've opened their account, and Finley just flat bats it along the ground back past the bowler, and that ticks off the first run of just 38 needed.
I think the Windees will want to go about this in a very positive manner. Try and get these runs as quickly as possible. Try and finish it within the power play not cause too much hiccups within their own dressing room.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because when there's only a low score, you could prod and poke and you'd probably get there, but you want to be positive and you want to take that into your next game and say, you know, sort of put down a marker in the tournament, look how quickly we chase this down.
That's definitely the approach that they should be taking. Outside edge here. So there's something in it for Assad. He seems to be creating some half chances. And he should take heart from that. Hopefully, from the Aussies' point of view, he can have an early breakthrough. He's had a change of line. He's gone around the wicket. So again, looking to stay within the stumps.
Yeah, he's got the measure of Finley at the moment.
And this is what Finley should be looking for in terms of the left arm spinner, because the big buzz phrase, I guess, in T20 cricket is matchups, and this is a left arm spinner bowling to him, so he should be trying to take down this matchup for him.
And there's a
Run
mix-up
out
in the
chance
middle.
here.
Finley
And
sets off for the run. He's stranded at the non-strikers. Well, that's the first wicket to go. There was never a run there. Straight to the fielder. And Aaron just looked at him and went, "What are you doing, mate? Go back." No chance. And he has to go. Well, that's the first wicket for the Premium Aussies. They get rid of Sean Finley, who can be dangerous.
Well, exactly what the Aussies would have wanted and exactly what the Windees would not have wanted. A low total, you need to make early breakthroughs, and whilst it wasn't in the form of the bowler getting a wicket, the team seems to be switched on for the Aussies here. Team wicket by the form of a run out. New batsman Aaron Jones coming in. Sean Finley goes for one.
Well, there was just never a run there. And Sean Finley, he knew that. It was in his eyesight, and he watched it go straight to the fielder. Aaron Johnson, he was aware of it. He made it sort of 1 or 2 strides down the wicket before he turned around. And Sean Finley just set off and found himself standing next to his partner. And so the two Aarons come together in the middle again. They spent some time out in the middle together yesterday, but they didn't go along at much of a lick and found themselves getting further and further behind that run rate. In the end, losing out to the Premium Indians, chasing down just 104, and they couldn't manage it. And with just 37 more needed, you would think this would be their game, but you just never know in cricket.
Well, the Aussies are going to open up with a seamer from this end. I thought they may have gone for the option of 2 spinners, but they're going to go 1 spin and 1 pace. That's exactly what Johnson wants here. Pace on the ball, pushes this straight back down the ground for 2.
Yep, just ticking them off. That's what they need to do. The two Aarons out in the middle.
Aaron J and Aaron J. Jones and Johnson.
Sounds like a sitcom. You can keep your Starsky and Hutch. We've got Jones and Johnson. Well, it's Johnson to face. And he's been done for the pace again there. Yeah, it's difficult this, because like we were saying, it's pretty easy to knock off those runs, but you don't just want them to come in sort of a wide every so often, a single prod around, because that's not positive as you continue with the tournament. That is positive, and that is massive. Hello, Aussie dugout. Have the ball. That's what Aaron Johnson says. He launches it back over long off boundary. And that is 6 to the total. Well, that makes quite a dent in this.
This is definitely the type of approach that the Windies should have here. A no-nonsense approach. You can't mess about with small totals. You lose 1 or 2 wickets quickly in a small chase. It sort of sends tremors through your dressing room. So they'll be hoping for a few more of those from Aaron Johnson, who clips this one off his legs down to fine leg. And that's 4 more. So that's exactly what the Windies are after here. 10 runs in the last 2 balls, and with a score of 38 in mind, this is almost halfway there.
Well, perhaps the Windies are getting ready to go home and watch the West Indies men take on the England men in that decider. So getting this done quickly. 14 for 1. Aaron Johnson racing along. The 2 Aarons out in the middle. So 11 already from this over. No, 13 from this over, I should say.
It's exactly what I guess these Windies batters would have wanted, and that's why I was surprised that the Aussies would have opened up with a seamer in Sanchit from this end, because if you've looked at all the games throughout the tournament, the spinners have been the harder bowlers to get away, and generally speaking, Windies would prefer to have seam on the ball as opposed to spin. So that was a surprising move, given that you've got such a small total to play with. You know that it's best to have bowled out your spinners, bowl all their overs out, and not sort of leave them with any overs up their sleeves, because regardless of whatever happens here today, it's not going to be a very long game. It's not going to be 20 overs bowled, and so you want to give yourself the best chance of getting how many other wickets you do end up getting.
And I think also, because we saw yesterday, you were out on the field when it was happened, but Jones and Johnson, they both sort of got a bit stuck in their batting, never really got going. So this is a good chance for them to sort of express themselves and get them into that bit of T20 big hitting form. They haven't got a lot to try and make, so they might as well just go for it.
Yeah, and that was sort of part of our team plan yesterday in terms of keeping Jones and Johnson out in the middle, because we knew the firepower that the Windies had and what they possess in the middle order. And so these 2 guys are more traditional type players that sort of look to rotate the strike, and if you give them a genuine bad ball, they would put it away. And so, as you said rightfully, today is a chance for them to, I guess, sort of express themselves. It's a very meager total.
Well, that has, again, gone miles. Aaron Johnson is not hanging about here. Full toss, takes it on, easy as you like.
Well, the required rate now is below 1. A few more of these big hits and the game would be over. I think Aaron Johnson would feel as though he missed out there, hitting this one powerfully all along the ground, but straight to the man at mid-off. Left or right of him there, and he'd have been in business for anything between 2 and 4. Well, this time he's getting an inside edge onto this one, trying to go over the head of that man. But Aaron Jones is going to come back quickly here for 3.
Yeah, we're not seeing a lot of 3s so far in this tournament, but it is slow in that outfield. Took the fielder a while to get round to it, and they've done really well to come back for that. That shows that sort of intent when they're not hitting those boundaries. but scampering back instead. So 23 on the board. That target is just 16 runs away.
Well, Aaron Jones is not off the mark yet. He will be looking to get himself involved. He's gone for a reverse sweep and into the gap. So ingenuity shown here by Aaron Jones. 4 more to the total. Score's racing along here, up to 30. Just another 9 runs required.
Yeah, well, this is just what the Windies would want to see from these two batters. They're finding their rhythm, and that's what we were saying, you know, they needed to do. Try and get this done quickly, show that they have that intent and they have that firepower in their batting, and it'll give them confidence going into the rest of the tournament.
Closes out his over with just a single. Assad. Scores now 31 for 1 from 3 overs.
Yeah, well, interesting this as well, because it's the Windies' 3rd game in this tournament, just the first one for the Aussies. 1 win, 1 loss so far for the defending champions, and what looks like it's going to be the first game for the Aussies that does not go their way. Well, the Windies then tomorrow have a day off. The Aussies will be taking on your good self, Kieran. Tomorrow afternoon, the Aussies will be playing the Premium Indians, but first in the morning we'll have the Paks versus the Afghans, 2 teams yet to get up and running in their campaign. So plenty of action still to come tomorrow, even if we do finish early today, which looks like we're going to. There's more to come tomorrow.
Well, the Aussies have made a change. They've gone for leg spinner in Simi, who I thought would have opened the ball, but here he is. I think leg spin has for sure been the hardest thing to play thus far on this pitch. Starts with a wide on the leg side. They go through for an additional run, so that's 2 runs. Score moves on by to 33.
Well, just 6 more needed for the Windies to take this more than convincing win. And he's struck on the pad. There's a few arms go up, and they really like it, but the umpire less so, and he says no. Well, Aaron Johnson could finish this in 1. It wouldn't be too bad a way to send yourself home, early date home from work, finish it with a 6. And he's trying to get something on, he's just not reading it at the moment. So 25 from 10 for Johnson. Not a bad strike rate, 250. And that's gone up very high. Fielder coming in, can he get there? And he can't quite take the catch. Coming in from long off, he had to make the yards up. It went pretty high in the air. Not got a hold of it, Aaron Johnson. But not quite made it. And the Aussies, they thought they were in business for just a second there. And now just 4 needed from 99. Johnson moves on to 27. And not to be just yet. Well, what can Simi make happen here? Aaron Johnson needs just 4 to win. And that's full, and it's dug out, and it's racing away to the boundary. Fielder in pursuit. They're going to come back for 2, and they now need just 2 to win.
Well, Aaron Johnson goes bang, 6, straight into the Aussies dugout, and that is the end of the game. Game finished in the 4th over. Aaron Johnson 35 not out of the required 39 runs for victory, and the Windees have knocked off a meager score set to them by the Aussies in no time. It's been a quick an eventful second game here today, spanning just about the length of an innings of 20 overs. So very exciting stuff here by the Windees, who came needing to bounce back after a defeat yesterday and really put down their markers and made a statement as the defending champions of the tournament. Yes, we may have lost our first game of the season, but we are still a team to be reckoned with in this tournament.
Yeah, welcome to the tournament, Premium Aussies. A game to forget for them, or maybe a game that they need to try and remember when they think about going into the rest of the tournament. You don't want to replicate this feeling. There's work to do as they look to build into the rest of the tournament. And I'm hearing party time to my left. Party time and clapping. Well, if you're a Windees player, very much party time. If you're an Aussie, you might be in the nets. Naughty boy nets, as my mum would call them. So, a big win for the Windees. Not even 2 p.m. here in Houston, Texas. And I hope you've enjoyed the quick cricket we've had this afternoon, wherever you've been tuning in around the world. Short and sweet.
Well, this gives me enough time to get back and look at the series decided between the West Indies and England this afternoon, which starts in a few minutes.
Yeah, very much so. And that was all it took for the Premium Windees to chase down that target of 39, winning by 9 wickets. Well, Aaron Johnson, he did the heavy lifting. 35 not out for him from just 16, finishing it with that mega 6 into the Aussie dugout. Talk about rubbing salt in the wounds. And he has found some form and found some firepower just in that short chase. Well, not a lot to talk about really from the bowlers. It was all over very quickly. I guess that's the positive they can take from that one. So the Premium Windees win it by 9 wickets, and it was pretty convincing here at the Moosa Stadium in Houston. That is the story of the day. A quick afternoon.
Okay.
A quick game's a good game if you're on the winning side. For the losers, a bit of a struggle thinking to go and do. Well, I think that Roshni has the man of the match. And she'll be having a chat with him. I'm assuming it'll probably be a Windees player. What a game they had today.
Well, day 3, we saw a lot of action with the Premium Indians winning the first one and the Premium Windees winning against the Premium Aussies by 9 wickets. And join with me, the man of match, Raj Nanan. 4 wickets, conceding just 6 runs, and that first over taking 3 wickets. I think that got that momentum.
Yeah, definitely. That changed the entire momentum of the game. You know, the pitch is a bit helpful for the spinners. It's keeping a bit low, so I just used that to my advantage and exploit the batsman today.
And speaking of that, you know, I think you guys are into your 3rd game, adjusting to this pitch. I mean, as you mentioned, you know, it has been helping the spinners. So talk me through how you've had to adjust, you know, playing here at the Moosa Stadium.
From a batting point of view, you know, you just got to try and stay on the front foot most of the time, because if the ball is keeping low, but then again, it's a mental impact having when the ball is pitched short. So it's just a bit mental preparation for us, and we'll try our best to adjust to that.
And coming in from yesterday's game, you know, bringing a performance out like that, I mean, chasing that just in 4 overs, it was a low total, but the way Aaron Johnson was able to go out there with that intent and finish it off pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday really hurt us as a team, so we're a very good team, so we put that behind us. All of us are professionals, and, you know, we came back and we did what we were supposed to do.
So 3 games down, you know, thoughts so far and thoughts on the upcoming games?
We'll just take it one game at a time, and hopefully we make it to the playoffs.
Well, well played and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, the premium Windees.
Well, he had a good day out, didn't he? The good thing is, you can all have a good day out tomorrow and tune in to yet more of Season 2, the American Premier League, here at the Moosa Stadium in Houston, Texas. Coming up tomorrow, we have the Premium Packs versus the Premium Afghans in the morning. 2 teams looking for their first win in the tournament to get up and running. And then in the afternoon, the Aussies are taking on the Premium Indians. Well, have a good night, everyone. You finished early, and we look forward to you joining us again tomorrow.